I mean, the interview that was given was all about Ronaldo and his unhappiness, and as I said, with the obvious exceptions of the tragedies in his family, I thought it was just a litany of whines. But I can fully understand why the Portuguese would want to support someone as iconic in their part of the world. If he was playing for a Portuguese side and behaved that way and had been so, outspoken about what he was and wasn't entitled, they might have a different view. It's easy to have that shot at a team like Manchester United and take the view. But I think that what you'll have in this tournament is a highly motivated Ronaldo. If anyone thinks that there's going to be any blowback or adverse effect on his performances, I think they're away with themselves. I think you'll see a highly motivated and I suspect impacted Ronaldo. But what you did see Ronaldo in the last tournament, where he wasn't as as forceful or as impactful playing for Portugal in the Euros last time round, because we are seeing a fading superstar, whether you like it or you don't.
Yes.
He is he cannot do the same things that he could do 10 years ago.
Well,
no one can.
We'll see if he can do it tonight against Ghana. It's a match we're going to go along to. But you think, a stunning World Cup for Ronaldo might well see a U-turn then in terms of the thinking of some Premier League clubs. They might think, do you know what, we'll have him. Look at what he can still do.
Well, look, Ronaldo, if we want to talk about ego, Ronaldo's ego will only allow him to play at certain football clubs.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that's at the top of the tree. Who of those needs Ronaldo at this moment in time? Do Man City need him? No. Would Liverpool take him? Highly doubtful. Would Chelsea? They've already said they're not. I've spoken about and you've spoken about the Newcastle link, because we think that makes sense as a pathway. Piers Winfrey was talking the other day about Saudi Arabian clubs being prepared.
Piers Morgan, come on,
are prepared to pay £350 million in wages.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see him in the Premier League, but I also don't think that it will stop other people wanting to sign him in other football clubs, because ego is part of the top players. Egos that are out of control, egos that are not constructive, then they're the problem egos. But you need an ego to be an elite footballer. It just needs to be in check a little.
What about the country that's neighbour to this one, not far from where you and I are sitting now, Saudi Arabia? Ronaldo this morning reportedly expected to receive a huge offer to play in Saudi Arabia's Pro League and then be used as the face of a bid to host the World Cup in 2030.
Okay. Well, why would he want to do that?
Messi did it. Regards Qatar.
Is he?
You and I saw Messi all over the television last night.
I'm assuming he'll be in the camp of all the other footballers that object to the conditions in this country. So why would he want to be facing and fronting up a campaign for a country that has similar outlooks and similar issues in its society?
Money talks, Simon.
I know it does, and that's why when we get past all the nonsense of what's going on over here and get to the football, we'll all be better for it. But we talked about it last week, and Piers Morgan, I shall refer to him as Piers Morgan if you reply. I think it's Piers Winfrey, but Piers Morgan, for the purpose of this conversation, has suggested that he knows factually, without ever having seen a contract, there's a £350 million offer for Ronaldo to play. Now, that will be the end of Ronaldo as a footballer. It'll simply be Ronaldo as a concept in the minds of inferior leagues. So that's great if Ronaldo needs to go and play for 350 million quid. And I have to say, most people that would criticise that would be the first ones off the bus to do it.
There were nice fans last night in that mall, the Portugal fans. Absolutely. When they walked away, you probably heard them, watch him against Ghana. Well, we will tonight. Obviously, we'll be there. And who's to say he doesn't turn it on?
I have little doubt that Ronaldo will have an impact in this tournament. And I do not think that what's happened at Man United will knock him out of his stride one jot.